Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to be going over how to do a gel build on Retrieve the Data. Specifically this one. Now this one is metal corrosion, as you can see at the very left on the red little boxes, in case you guys don't know. You see how they change right under 4 players suggested. Now the last one is metal corrosion. The one before that is healing death burst. That is super annoying. And then the element, which is the very first red box with the fire, with the little fire logo over it, it means it's fire elemental. So I want to make sure that I build out of brick. It is metal corrosion, so you do not want to make the gel build out of metal. Even if they were the water element, you would not want to build out of metal if it's metal corrosion. I've surprisingly had to explain this and go over this with people who are also endgame players and are persistent on building out of metal because the element is water. Alright, let's begin. Now this one's going to give 4 times raindrops and 260 reperk. Now as my main constructor I am using Nox with the slow field as well as the banner. So whenever you use a constructor for a gel build, you have to make sure you do not have any damage perks, not even one. That can easily ruin a mission, especially if you're an endgame player and you're playing a low level twine mission, for example power level 76 or 80 something. It could make that mission go very southwards just by having a damage perk. Smashers can spawn in and just rampage and ruin everything. Let them all out of the gel and just immediately attack the files. I've had this before because of a person who had a damage perk on their base, even after I went over it with them, asking them if they did have damage perks, and they were very adamant they didn't. So if you do play with people on Discord, make sure you always ask them if they have any damage perks, and if you want you can ask them to read their hero perks as well as support team perks over with you. You'll be surprised, some of them will have them after they just said no. So you notice I built up so that I can look up at the sky. I hate the forest when it comes to retrieve the data because for me it's just harder to find the balloon since all the trees are in the way. So I just build, get it out the way, make it quicker, make it faster. Okay, I usually start off with clearing up some of the area depending on how bad it is, and they are going to come from northwest as well as southwest. So I want to make sure this area over here is cleared so that I can see them. I can see if there's a smasher coming, if there's a mist monster, or if there's a propane guy, flinger, lava, anything. Normally flingers and lavas do not spawn in the first wave for retrieve the data. However, you never know, Epic may change this, so it's always good to have a clear vision. Alright, so I'm going to start off with building it out of brick. Do the 1 by 1, and then since they're mostly going to come from northwest, I will build 3 by 3, 3 floors right here. And then you want to make sure that you build the top part right here, 2 walls. So 2 and 2. Now the back side, you're going to leave at 1. You could do 2 if you want, but I like to keep it at 1. Now make sure you upgrade the floors. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the roof. You're going to put a little roof, edit the roof into a little slant, inverted ramp. Put another one, so it's going to look like this. It's basically, if you want to think of a figure, a butterfly. 2 wings. Alright, upgrade everything. I can upgrade that. Normally you don't have to upgrade this up here. I don't when I play with others. However, whenever I'm playing alone, I like to upgrade it to tier 2 in case something goes wrong. Now that we have the floors upgraded, before I start off, I'm going to put my banner. I noticed that there were some spawn patrols over there. Some patrol wards, whatever you, not patrol wards, some patrols, zombies. So you go to the back side, not the opposite side of where you're gonna build the jail build. You want to upgrade this and upgrade this, and then you want to do a block. So 3 by 3 stairs, inverted stairs. Upgrade the exterior walls. All right. None of the jail. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a 1 by 1. So 1 by 1, as you guys can see. Now we're gonna put walls on this side, not the side facing the balloon, but the opposite. Actually, I worded that wrong. Not the side closest to the balloon, but the side facing the balloon. So you make sure you upgrade everything in here. You do not have to upgrade these metal walls. I never do. Now, if you're someone who cares about aesthetics, go for it. As for our traps, we're gonna use, we're gonna start off with the sound wall. Now, what this does, it makes them dance. And when they're dancing, they don't attack the walls. Now, our second trap is gonna be a wall launcher. And then our third trap is gonna be a wall light. So with the wall lights, you do not want to put 2 of them at the same time if they have the same reload speed. Now, these have the same reload speed. 1 reload speed. So I do not want to put them at the same time, because if I do that, they will go off at the same time. And you are just wasting a trap. It's not alternating between the 2. So it's not making them be stunned longer. It's not making them be dumbfounded or anything. It's not going to reload faster than the other because they have the same reload speed. They have the same effect duration or impact. Alright, now I tend to leave this 1 wall empty. And then lastly, I put the floor launcher. This is going to make them bounce up. Now to get out, I use my Guardian's Wheel. Now you do not want to use the Guardian's Wheel to get out when you're in there if the zombies are in there. Once the mission starts, you want to flip over and stick to using your decoy. Now, in order to get in and out whenever you're in there, like for example, let me show you guys. Say I'm in here, there's zombies, I need to get out, but I can't use my Guardian's Wheel. It's taking too long to die so that I can respawn and start. What you want to do is, if you have the decoy, make sure your decoy has no damage perks, of course. Put the decoy down, jump on its head, jump out. Ta-da, I'm free. Alright, so we're going to put the floor launchers here. So what this does, they come here, they get launched up, the inverted ramp launches them in there. Now, make sure you put a floor right here, so you can just edit it later. And they don't keep jumping up and accidentally fall to the side or go inside there. Now that everything is upgraded, I am going to shoot the balloon down. Okay, well before, I'm going to pull out my base. Alright. Alright, there goes my base. Now hop out. Throw your decoy down. Lead them there. Sometimes the little skinny ones get dumbfounded and they just get stuck in one spot. Either that or the lag. Do you see how they're getting launched and going in there? Some of them don't make it. This one has 2 times the impact, and the reason for that is because I needed the 2 times reload speed so that it can go by faster. Alright. Now we only have a few remaining. This is not recommended that you build these walls if there's more, but I know that there is only the blaster out there, as you can see. So I just, since there was only the little ones here, the skinny ones, I made sure that I blocked this off so the blaster couldn't laser me while I'm trying to get them in, or so they wouldn't accidentally fall out. Now, this does happen. They get dumbfounded and bugged out. As you can see, he's just standing there. He doesn't know what to do. Okay. So now that they're all in there with the exception of those two, what I like to do is I come up here. They just got launched up, as you saw through the little hole. Throw my slow field, edit it, close it, and bam, they're dumbfounded. This one is the most annoying little thing ever to get launched in there. Right now, I'm surprised he went in after the second attempt. But normally, he gets launched in there, comes back out, get launched in there, gets back out. Or he'll face through the wall. And you're going to be like, what? How did he get out? Well, he's bugged. Epic, please fix this. Alright, so they're all in there. You're good. Now, the goal of a gel build is you cannot kill them. You cannot have damage perks in your gel build. Meaning, do not have any support slots with any damage perks. Do not have a... let's go over to our loadout. Don't have any gadgets that will kill them. Well, I mean, you could have turrets, but just don't use them. Because that's just going to make it go downwards and you're going to fail. Or you could pass, but if you spawn a smasher and he breaks everything... they're going to be clustered in one little area. They're going to easily come over here and just annihilate this little box. And the files will all be corrupted. Alright, back to our loadout. This is what I'm using for my loadout. I will make another video. Or, not sure if I have it out by now, or by the time you're watching this. But... I made another video where I go over the best constructor loadouts as well as support team for gel builds. Now, you notice how I have on the right side my support team, none of them have any damage perks. Frozen Castle, Grease the Wheels, Lofty Architecture, Going and Going, as well as Hotfix. So, no damage. Put the banner down, increase the health. Now, the reason I like the roof right here is in case I ever need to replace a trap or I see them breaking a wall and there's a slot available where I can put a trap, I will. This makes it easier compared to if there were stairs. If there are stairs, you have to try to edit to side or the other side. And I am on PS4, so my editing skills sometimes can take a while. See? Do you see how the mist monster over there was in here and he managed to get out? That is an annoying bug with them. Alright, I'm gonna throw my decoy. And the little one, of course. He got out and then he went back in. Alright. So now only the wall lights remain. It is 10 files out of 16, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace that trap. Or one trap at least. That should keep him in there for a while. So the amazing thing about a gel build is overall you only use a certain amount of traps. So I use 6. The 2 launchers, 1 in there, 3, and then another 3 on top. So just 6. Now I added this one again, and that's 7. However, 7 over using 20, 30, 40, even 50 traps, I'll take 7 any day over 50 traps. And if you're working with the team, you guys can either alternate with the traps, or say one of you guys doesn't have sound walls, but another one of you has wall lights, an infinite amount of wall lights, meanwhile the other one doesn't. Well, I wouldn't say infinite, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Alright, so say one of you guys has more wall lights than the other. You guys, one of you can put the wall light, the other one could put a sound wall, or you guys can alternate, whichever works best for you, and you save materials. Now, the whole building in general didn't take that much brick or even wood. If you can see, I only upgraded a tier 2. You could upgrade it to tier 3. Sometimes I do, depending on the type of mission, what power level, what it is, the element. It all goes into whether or not I upgraded to tier 3 or if I go overboard with the building. But since this was an easy one, I left this tier 2, and then over here the main one has to be tier 3. Alright, so now that they're in there and there's 14 out of 16 files, you can pretty much AFK it. Just make sure you move around every now and then, because Epic decided to either add AFK detection in private or friends only matches, or it's simply a bug that's going on. But from what I've read in the comments of people speculating on Reddit, and from this dragging on for a while now, I think this was on purpose. Hopefully I'm wrong. Please let me be wrong. So with him, you don't want to kill him. And that also includes that little zombie at the top of his head. If you kill even that little monster, that little, I don't even know what is the correct term to use, it will spawn another zombie. And if you kill any zombies after file 9 or during file 9, a mini boss will appear. If a mini boss appears, he could be a smasher and ruin everything. You could be lucky and he could be the skinny one. Alright, so 0 combat. That is beautiful in a private match. As you can see, 4 players, power level 116, which I could have done a kill build, but why would I do a kill build when, one, it takes me longer to build, more mats, more traps. If something goes wrong and the trap tunnels go bye-bye, propane husk annihilates himself, committing suicide, or if a smasher comes and just obliterates everything I built, there goes my mission, there goes my time, there goes my materials, there goes everything. So jail build is honestly the way to go with the way that things are in the game right now regarding smashers, propane husks, and public lobbies. I'm not a fan of public lobbies. I do play some every now and then, mostly eliminate and collect and resupply missions because I don't have to build anything and I could easily just farm and fell it and not care if no one else is doing anything. Now, I don't do that if at least one person is doing something. I'll just leave. But if there's 2 people in there and they aren't killing any husk or they aren't breaking down the things you need to get, I'll just farm. I'd be like, well, might as well use this time to farm. Alright, so as you can see, I got my rewards. I got my 4 times raindrops. That is actually a really good amount for that low level mission. Yesterday, I was doing a 4 times power level 140 and it gave out 280. Yet this one gave 324. Either I crit or this is just absurd. And then of course my reperk. So that is it for today's video on how to do a jail build on I retrieve the data. Remember, first things first, do not equip any damage perks on your constructor. Do not place any damage traps in the jail build. Make sure you don't kill anything. That is including the little zombie raindrop thingies. I don't know the correct term for them, but do not kill any zombies once the mission starts. Before the mission starts, if you get patrol zombies, go ahead and kill them if you want. Die and let them fade away, whatever you prefer. Alright, please leave a like, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.